Get ready to soar into the bizarre realm of aviation. We're embarking on a high-flying adventure to uncover America's top 15 ugliest aircraft, where eccentric designs defy the norms of beauty. These oddball planes, straight from a mad scientist's sketchbook, might not be runway models, but each one boasts a unique story and a surprising fan base. Buckle up for a thrilling journey through the world of airborne oddities. It's a wild ride where the peculiar and the extraordinary take flight. Think all planes are polished and perfect? Think again. Ever seen a plane that could double as a pelican in a sci-fi movie? Wait till you meet the Boeing X-32, also known as the aeronautical pelican. This plane is like nothing you've ever seen before, mixing the quirky look of a pelican with a touch of sci-fi magic. It's hard to believe, but this unusual bird actually flew, turning heads and challenging what we think planes should look like. Its design is really something else. Think sharp angles and an engine intake right under the cockpit that's not where you'd expect it. When you look at it from the front, it's like seeing a pelican's beak. It's not just a plane, it's like a character from a cartoon, standing out in a crowd. The Boeing X-32 didn't just miss the beauty mark, it made its own mark in the world of unique-looking planes. But it's not all about looks. This plane was made for stealth, sneaking around without being seen. Funny enough, with its one-of-a-kind look, it ended up being anything but invisible. It's a great example of how, sometimes, trying to be stealthy can make you even more noticeable. Every bit of this plane, from its funny shape to its unusual design, was about being different and doing things in a new way. The Boeing X-32 shows us that in the world of planes. Being different can be pretty cool. Well, who knew aeronautical engineers had a sense of humor? The Boeing X-32, definitely not winning any beauty contests, but hey, it flies. Now, hold on to your seats. If you thought the X-32 was a sight, you're in for a treat with our next high-flying oddity. Can you imagine a plane that looks more like a whale than an aircraft? Let's marvel at the aerospace line's pregnant guppy, the whimsical leviathan of the skies. This flying behemoth, born out of Cold War necessity, transformed the Boeing C-97 into an astonishing airborne wonder. Picture this: a plane and a blimp decide to create the ultimate air transporter, and voila, you get the pregnant guppy. Its distinctive triple-bubble figure might not be winning beauty pageants, but in the world of aviation logistics, it's nothing short of revolutionary. This aircraft, with its enormous, rounded fuselage, redefines the term eye-catching. It's not just about its unique looks. The pregnant guppy was a game-changer, skillfully hauling massive aircraft parts through the sky. While it might not be the first pick for a plane beauty contest, its innovative design and massive cargo capacity are a testament to the incredible creativity and problem-solving skills in aerospace engineering. So, while it may not score high on grace, the pregnant guppy stands out as a prime example of functionality driving form, proving that sometimes the most extraordinary solutions come in the most unusual shapes. Well, who needs sleek when you've got the pregnant guppy, right? It's proof that in the world of aviation, it's what's on the inside that counts. Next up, we're dialing up the intrigue with a plane that's all about flying under the radar, in more ways than one. Have you ever thought a stealth aircraft could look like a box on wings? Let's unveil the Northrop Tacit Blue, known as the stealthy behemoth. This aircraft stands as a striking contrast to the pregnant guppy, swapping bulk for mystery. Tacit Blue, a product of top-secret missions and stealth technology, was developed to be nearly invisible to radar, making it a ghost in the skies. This plane's design is a far cry from conventional. Imagine a flying wedge, part stealth bomber, part futuristic dream. Its sleek angular body and muted color palette allowed it to slip unnoticed through enemy defenses. Unlike its bulkier predecessor, the pregnant guppy, Tacit Blue was all about blending in, not standing out. With its unique shape and advanced technology, it played a crucial role in shaping modern stealth capabilities. In the world of covert operations, Tacit Blue was a game-changer, demonstrating the incredible advances in aerospace engineering and the lengths to which designers will go to keep a plane off the radar, both literally and figuratively. This aircraft may not have the pregnant guppy's visible impact, but it certainly leaves its mark in the annals of aviation history. From ghostly stealth to aquatic adventures, we're really diving deep into aviation's treasure trove. Up next, let's quack open the story of an aircraft that's part plane, part boat, and all quirky, the Grumman JF Duck. Get ready to waddle into a whole new world of flying oddities. What would you say to a plane that combines a boat with a biplane? The unique aircraft where a boat meets a biplane. Picture this: it's the 1930s, and someone has the wild idea to combine the buoyancy of a boat with the agility of an airplane. Enter the JF Duck, a craft that looks as though someone daringly attached a boat hull to a set of airplane wings, creating an unusual but remarkable spectacle in the skis and on the waders. This peculiar aircraft, which might remind you of a flying boat with an extra pair of wings, wasn't just a fleeting experiment. It gained significant popularity and remained in active service for over 2 decades. Its functional prowess, seamlessly transitioning from sky to sea, overshadowed its unconventional appearance. This quirky design choice made it a favorite, yet bizarre, addition to the U.S. military's aviation lineup. The enduring appeal and service life of the JF Duck are a testament to its versatility and reliability. It's a shining example of how sometimes thinking outside the box, or outside the boat in this case, can lead to extraordinary results. In the world of aviation, where sleek and streamlined designs are the norm, the JF Duck stands out as a charming anomaly. Its legacy is a reminder that, in the end, it's not just the looks that count, but the ability to adapt, perform, and excel in multiple environments. From our sea-savvy duck to a sky-high oddity, let's keep our wings wide open. Ever wondered what a flying pencil looks like? Up next, the Trislander. Get ready to sketch out a picture of an aircraft that's as long and lean as your last number 2 pencil, but flies way better. Now, let's zoom in on number 11. The Trislander, also known as the aerial pencil. Imagine a plane that looks like it stretched out after a long nap and forgot to stop. This aircraft is a marvel of quirky engineering, boasting an elongated body that looks like it was pulled straight from a child's imaginative drawing. It's not just long, it's comically slender, equipped with a unique tri-propeller setup that seems to defy the norms of conventional aircraft design. The Trislander is like the odd cousin in the plane family. But the Trislander isn't just about its peculiar looks. This aircraft has carved out a special niche for itself, primarily among small, independent airlines, where its distinctive features are not just tolerated, but celebrated. Despite what might be seen as a lack of cool factor by traditional standards, the Trislander thrives, proving that functionality can come in the most unconventional forms. This aerial pencil demonstrates that in the aviation world, there's room for all kinds of creativity. Its presence in the air is a constant reminder that sometimes the most memorable and effective solutions come wrapped in the most unusual packages. As we marvel at the Trislander, let's remember that in the grand tapestry of aircraft design, it's the unique and whimsical creations that often leave the most lasting impressions. The Trislander, in all its stretched-out tri-propeller glory, invites us to embrace the unexpected and find joy in the playful side of aviation. Can you picture a Frankenstein-like plane with a chopper's cockpit and a bomber's body? As we break into the top 10, brace yourselves for the Grumman OV-1 Mohawk, the rugged maverick of the skies. This aircraft is like a puzzle, with parts that seem borrowed from different worlds. A chopper's cockpit, a bomber's body, and a tail that's marching to its own drumbeat. Let's dive into this Frankenstein of the aviation world, where looks are deceiving and versatility is king. The Grumman OV-1 Mohawk, with its unconventional looks, might remind you of a Frankenstein creation in the aviation world. Despite its appearance that screams function over form, the Mohawk was an incredibly versatile and robust aircraft. Serving diligently from Vietnam to Desert Storm, this flying oddity was a jack of all trades, mastering reconnaissance and light attack roles. Its odd looks belied a resilient and dependable nature, making it a beloved, if visually challenging, member of the Army Air Forces. Have you ever seen a jet that looks like it was drawn by a kid? Sailing into our number 9 spot, with a swashbuckling spirit, let's meet the Vought F6U Pirati, the mischievous marauder of the skis. This aircraft could be mistaken for a doodly from a kid's wild daydream, but it's much more than meets the eye. Prepare to embark on a tale of innovation, mishaps, and a journey that's as turbulent as it is trailblazing. The Vought F6U Pirate might look like it was sketched by a child with a wild imagination, but don't let its cartoonish appearance fool you. This early attempt at jet aircraft for the U.S. Navy in the mid-1940s was filled with innovation. Composite construction and an afterburner-equipped engine were among its cutting-edge features. However, the Pirate's flight into history was anything but smooth. Plagued by stability issues and a tendency to spontaneously combust, it was a misadventure in the skies. Despite being technologically ahead of its time, the Pirate's operational career was as short-lived as it was turbulent. From our high-flying Pirate to an even bigger surprise, the sky's the limit for our next entry. What do you get when you mix a giant aircraft with unconventional design? Up next, get ready for the Boeing YC-14, a giant that rewrites the rule book on size and style. Hang tight as we unveil an aircraft that's as unconventional as it is unmissable. At first glance, the Boeing YC-14 might strike you as a hastily assembled model, with wings awkwardly meeting its engines. Yet this bizarre-looking craft was a genius piece of engineering, utilizing powered lift for remarkable short takeoff and landing capabilities. Despite its disproportional appearance, the YC-14 could perform marvels on short, rough runways while carrying hefty payloads. This aircraft wasn't just a peculiar face in the crowd, it was a trailblazer in using innovative technology to overcome traditional aviation limitations. However, shifting military needs eventually sidelined this remarkable, if not aesthetically pleasing, machine. From the hefty heft of the YC-14 to something much smaller but fiercely formidable. Ever thought about a tiny but mighty aircraft? The McDonnell XF-85 Goblin is just that, small but fierce. Nicknamed the Tiny Titan, buckle up for a pint-sized powerhouse that packs a punch well above its weight class. Think of the McDonnell XF-85 Goblin as an angry bumblebee with jet engines. This tiny titan was more than meets the eye. Would you dare to pilot this pint-sized powerhouse? Designed as a parasite fighter to accompany larger bombers, it was a bold experiment in extending fighter ranges. Despite its innovative concept, the Goblin faced challenges, especially when reattaching to its mothership. Its petite size and ferocious appearance made it a unique, if not entirely successful, chapter in aviation history. The Goblin's story is a reminder that, in the quest for aerial supremacy, size isn't everything. Sometimes, the smallest players have the most intriguing tales to tell. Can you envision a plane that's as much boat as it is aircraft? Say hello to the Benoît Sportif, a seaplane that redefines quirky. Get ready to dip into the story of this eccentric flyer that's as much a boat as it is a plane. Stepping into the realm of the peculiar, the Benoît Sportif takes its place as an early venture into seaplane design. This aircraft was a strange concoction, looking more like a makeshift boat with wings rather than a streamlined flying machine. Its bulky, ungainly appearance, combined with its rather primitive construction, makes it an oddity in the world of aviation. Yet, it holds a significant place in history, representing the adventurous spirit of early 20th century aviation pioneers. The Benoît Sportif, despite its odd looks, was a testament to the dream of conquering both sea and sky with a single vehicle. Leaving the waves behind, we're about to flip things around with our next entry. What about a plane that looks like a pancake? The Vought V-173, or Flying Pancake, is ready to amaze you. Affectionately known as the Flying Pancake, a circular wonder that might just make you crave breakfast in the sky. Imagine a pancake that flies, and you have the Vought V-173. Nicknamed the Flying Pancake, this aircraft defied conventional design with its circular, flat body and large propellers. Its bizarre shape wasn't just for show. It was a serious experiment in enhancing lift and maneuverability. Despite its oddity, the V-173 demonstrated impressive short takeoff and landing capabilities. However, its unusual design also brought stability and mechanical challenges, eventually leading to its retirement. Today, it remains a fascinating example of how far engineers are willing to go in the quest for aerodynamic efficiency. Have you ever heard of a supersonic plane that skims over water? The Convair F2Y Sea Dart is a real thrill-seeker's dream. Fasten your seatbelts for this high-speed seaplane that's all about making waves at Mach speeds. The Convair F2Y Sea Dart was an audacious attempt to create the world's only supersonic seaplane. In an era when supersonic jets required long takeoff rolls, the Sea Dart innovatively used skis to shorten its runway needs. However, this jet ski-like aircraft faced insurmountable challenges. Underpowered engines and violent vibrations halted its development, grounding this bold experiment and leaving it as a footnote in the history of naval aviation's daring endeavors. Imagine a flying Jeep. Yes, a Jeep with wings. The Curtiss-Wright VZ7 is just that kind of oddity, also known as the Flying Jeep. Buckle up for a ride that takes off-roading to a whole new altitude. The Curtiss-Wright VZ7 was an exercise in minimalist design, resembling a flying Jeep more than a conventional aircraft. Its simplistic approach, with just a seat and controls for the pilot, epitomized the absurdity in experimental aviation. However, the VZ7's openness left pilots vulnerable and ultimately failed to meet Army standards. Its unique design and inherent dangers place it among the most unconventional military aircraft ever attempted. What if I told you there's a plane you can inflate like a balloon? The Goodyear Inflatoplane takes lightweight to a new level. This one's so light and handy, you might just mistake it for an air mattress with ambitions. Get ready to inflate your expectations with the Goodyear Inflatoplane, the ultimate blow-up toy of the aviation world. This nifty aircraft could pop up from a suitcase to the skies in no time, designed as a quick escape pod for pilots in sticky situations. Picture this: an airplane you can inflate like a beach ball, but instead of hitting the waves, it hits the clouds. But here's the twist. Being made of fabric, this plane was more at risk from enemy pokes than your average pool float. Turns out, the same thing that made it super cool also made it super fragile. It was a bold move in airplane design, but sometimes being bold means being a bit too breezy for battle. The inflatoplane might not have stuck around in the military, but it sure inflated our imaginations in the world of flight. And now, for the grand Ending of our countdown. Prepare to be amazed by the #1 spot. Ever witnessed a plane that can tilt its wings and take off like a helicopter? The Hiller X-18 is a true trailblazer in aviation, famously known as the tilt-wing trailblazer. This isn't just another aircraft, it's the star of the show, a true master of the skies that redefined what it means to take flight. Hold on to your hats, we're about to witness the pinnacle of aviation oddities. Strap in for the Hiller X-18, the showstopper of our list and a true game-changer in aviation. This aircraft was like a superhero of the skies, blending the best of helicopters and planes. Its superpower? Tilt wings that let it lift off and land straight up and down, just like a helicopter, but then zoom through the air like a regular plane. This was a big deal because it meant planes could take off and land in tight spots. No long runways needed. But, as with all great inventions, the X-18 had its share of drama. Its fancy design made it a bit of a diva in tricky weather, showing how tough it can be to mix helicopter and plane features. Every flight was a new adventure, a step into the unknown, teaching important lessons about what it takes to make hybrid flying machines. The Hiller X-18 wasn't just an aircraft, it was a pioneer, soaring into uncharted skies. And there you have it, folks, a whirlwind tour of aviation's most unusual, most innovative, and definitely most memorable aircraft. Each one a testament to human creativity and daring in the boundless skies. Thanks for joining us on this remarkable journey through the wonders of wacky wings and sky-high surprises.